Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I go by the name Quizera_Faith. Yeah, it's yet another episode. I've been away for a while. Apologies for that. So I'm back with another episode, or rather a conversation I would love us to have. Remember, the channel is all about mental health rather, not wealth. So we are trying to create a mental awareness, because mental health is really taken for granted nowadays. A person just sees their mental health as another to-do list in their daily activities. So most of the times people suppress what they are feeling, what they are going through, maybe to appear strong on the outside, and maybe to portray a certain picture of strength, which while they are dying within. So I would love us to always remember the purpose of this channel. Whenever you listen to this channel, always feel motivated, feel loved, and just feel like someone cares for you or about you. So, and that is why we are here, to advocate for the mental wealth. I would love us to talk about mindfulness. Today's concept or skill, or whatever you may call it, it is about mindfulness. And how do we define mindfulness? Mindfulness can be defined by everything as a definition, yes. So by mindfulness, we mean the basic human ability to be fully aware of where they are and what they are doing, without overreacting or being overwhelmed by what is happening around them. That is just simply mindfulness. It is a concept. That means you are fully aware of where you are and what you are doing, and you are not overreacting or being overwhelmed by what is happening around you. Is this a wonderful skill? To me, I would say yes, because it keeps us on aware of our situations, aware of just who we are. Because when you are mindful, you are not absent in your life. It's like you're active. You're actively aware of what is happening around you, in your life, be it in thoughts, be it around other people, because we are social beings. Yeah, it's a good concept, and I would love us to share some of the benefits and some of the ways we practice mindfulness. The goal is one. If we can be mentally healthy, then nothing can beat us in our daily encounters, our daily adventures, because yeah, it means we've prioritized what is important, and that is our mental health. Our minds are our powerhouse. Our minds strategize, our minds innovate, our minds do all these kinds of big things. So we need to take care of our mind, because they are one of our greatest resources, which has been given to us just for free. Like you can imagine, there's limitless imagination in your mind. Like you can create things. You are unique, you reason. So why don't you take care of your mind? Because it is this powerhouse. It can enable you to do great things. Yeah, so today we are talking about mindfulness. And as I have said, mindfulness is just being aware. Like the ability to be aware of where you are and what you are doing, and without being overwhelmed or overreacting of what is happening around you. Yeah, so that is just the simple definition of mindfulness. And I will also incorporate another concept that goes along with mindfulness, that is meditation. I will not give meditation a definition really, because it is just an act of mindfulness. And those two things will help us today to check on our what do I call them? Just on our daily life, because our daily life is full of activities. Our daily life is full of uncertainties, as I always say. So we need to be mindful so that we may not overburden our mental health. So let's start with the benefits of mindfulness. Are there benefits of mindfulness? Of course. This beautiful concept does not lack benefits. So the benefit number one is that mindfulness will help you to have a better way to respond to issues other than just trying to control them. When you're mindful, you will know what to say, you will know when to say it, and you will know whether that issue is worth dealing with in the first place or you can let it go. Yeah, so the number one benefit of mindfulness, it helps you to respond to situations rather than having to control them. When you are pressured to take control of things, at times it gives you unnecessary pressure, and at the same time you will feel uneasy. Yet if you could have taken another perspective, really you realize that a different approach could have served you well. So mindfulness will help you to better respond to your situations rather than trying to be in control. That is the number one benefit of mindfulness. Another benefit is that mindfulness will reduce our self-imposed stress of wanting things to happen now and now. Like you don't have patience to wait for things to work out. While in life, like nothing happens like instantly. So we have to cultivate that mindfulness, in that when we are mindful, we will know that things take time to happen. So we will not be under pressure to perform miracles, and we really know that things take a process to really form. So when you're mindful, you will realize that the pressure you put in yourself into can really be turned around, and you just relax and maybe trust the process. Yeah, most of the time when you trust the process, it is always rewarding than acting on impulse. Yeah, so that is another benefit of mindfulness, limiting our self-imposed stress, I will call it like that. Yeah, so another benefit of mindfulness is that it helps us to focus on the present other than the past or the present or the future. Yeah, being mindful will help you to focus on, it will help you to just focus on the moment, like where you are right now, what you are doing right now, and what the plans for that time are, instead of allowing your mind to wander. Oh, I have not achieved this, oh, I will be late, I will not be able to do this, oh, I'm doomed. No, being mindful will reduce all that, will just help you to focus on the moment. And when you are focused on the moment, you will give your best, because a lot of energy will go to what you are supposed to do at that particular time. And that particular time, when you give your concentration to what you are doing, the quality is assured, and you will not need to use a lot of energy in worrying what will happen next, what may not happen next. That will not be there. So being mindful will help you to just act, to just like concentrate on what is happening at the moment. Yeah, so when you're present also, it has a lot of benefits, because if let's say you were focusing on something, that something, while what you are wondering may not even make sense at that time, what you're doing will always matter to you. So it will help you to get the best out of what you're dealing with at that time. Yeah, so that is another benefit of mindfulness. Another benefit is that mindfulness helps us to come up to make better decisions. When you're mindful, you reduce the worry, you reduce the tension that comes with worrying, and then your mind is free to make some informed decisions. But when your mind is wandering here and there, you have no time to think, you have no time to focus, and your decisions are likely to be not so good, to be maybe impaired, to be biased, to be less impactful. But when you're mindful, you will be at the right state of mind to make informed decisions, or better decisions to yourself or to those around you. Yeah, so mindfulness is that beneficial to us, really. So why don't we just be mindful and reduce the pressure that comes with uncertainty or what may happen next? Because we do not have control of external pressure sometimes. External forces will come and find us, but when we are mindful, means we are at present. Like, we know where we are and we know what is happening around us. And when we are in that state, nothing can really affect us negatively. So let's practice more of mindfulness, because as you see, it has a lot of benefits. Yeah, so because now we've seen the benefits of mindfulness, I would love to suggest some techniques that can help us in mindfulness. And the first technique, as a technique, like, it's a practical way to practice mindfulness. So the first technique is breathing. I know this technique is not new to us, because when you're overwhelmed, you've had somebody tell you, take a deep breath, hold, breathe out. If you've not heard, that is just all about breathing. Breathing is the connection between your mind and your body. So when you breathe, then you hold that breath and then release it. It's like your mind and your body are communicating. So that is the number one technique you can practice mindfulness. When you're in a place you feel overwhelmed, you feel like your mind is wandering, you can practice breathing. Just take time, breathe in, hold for some time, and breathe out. And for this matter, it is breathing deeply. Like, you breathe, you hold, and then you release the breath. What does breathing help us with? When you practice that simple technique, you realize that you feel a bit relieved, you feel a bit refreshed, and you feel a little bit like less stressed. So your situation has just changed simply by practicing breathing. You breathe in, you breathe out. You breathe in, you hold the breath, then you release it. That is an important technique, and don't take it for granted when a person tells you, cool down, breathe in, breathe out. They are helping you to be in touch with the present, and that is the goal of mindfulness. Another technique you can use for mindfulness is in eating. Like, eating right. Let me say eating right. Most of the time when we are eating, especially in this digital era, we are guided by technology every other time. You would wish to eat at the same time you're chatting, the same time you're receiving calls, the same times you're physically even chatting with your friends. So it's like food is just another thing in the process, and it is, you are just eating so that you will not die of hunger. So that should not be the case. When it comes to eating and you're mindful with your eating, it really can help you a lot. So take for instance, you are having supper or any meal or breakfast or lunch, whichever. So what about you put aside what you've been doing? Because okay, no one can work like 24 hours 7 days a week without rest. So food will not take like a lot of your time. So just have your meal, put aside what you've been doing, let your mind focus on your food. No gadgets, nothing, just you and your food. And you will realize that you not only enjoy the food, but you feel like at least you're relaxed, you're not pressured, you're just there, you're at the moment. By just eating right, focusing on your food and stuff. Yeah, so another technique to practice mindfulness is being aware of what is around you. That is maybe from the definition, being aware of what is around you is being present. So when you're present, you realize that nothing escapes you. Any moment, you've captured that moment. Any moment, you've analyzed that moment. Any moment, you are at your best and you can give your best when required. So that is another technique you can practice mindfulness by just being present. Purpose every day to be present at what you do, where you are, and in what maybe you're required to do. Because what you do may be self-assigned, but what you're required to do may be assigned to you by maybe a person of higher authority, maybe your boss, or you can't miss a person who can assign you a duty to do or to accomplish. Yeah, so use just that technique. Put it upon yourself to always be mindful and practice being present. That is just a very important technique. You will come to realize that it matters a lot, surely, and it is just worth it. When you go to a place and you've taken what that place had to offer, and you've listened maybe to everything, you've actively been involved, there's a kind of a reward feeling that you feel really simply by just being there, being present. But when you are passive, you tend to be tired, you tend to concentrate on your watch, maybe looking like at what time it will end, and you're distracted really. But when you're present, when you are actively involved, you realize that time flies, you've enjoyed being there, and you look forward to your next move. So another technique to practice mindfulness is a full body scan. Okay, I know most of the people may ask, Kwani, are we in hospital? No. A full body scan is simply connecting with your body, like you're being like listening to your body. Like if you can imagine, let's use the power of imagination. If you can imagine like what is happening, like just okay, try to scan your body from the head to the toe, or vice versa. You can start from the toe to the head. Through that journey, like you will realize that it is so relaxing, it is so like it requires concentration. So just take a full body scan. You see how you go to the hospital and maybe your body is scanned or your mind is scanned, and everything it is revealed to you or to whoever is looking for whatever they are looking for. that scan that shows you how your body is. So you can use the imagination power, because I've told you that our minds are very useful. They are our powerhouse. So by the power of imagination, you can participate in a full body scan, from the head to the toe, from the toe to the head. So by doing that, it is just a technique of mindfulness, just teaching you to be present. So when one technique does not work for you, you can go to the next, you can go to the next. And a perfect example of, maybe I can attach it to the full body scan, is yoga. I know most of us know yoga. It is, I can't call, okay, I don't know how to call it, but it is an exercise. It is a practice that helps you to reconnect with your body, to be flexible maybe. But during that process, you're really reconnecting with your body. So yoga is a good technique to practice mindfulness, as you listen to your body, as you just reconnect with your body. It is so wonderful. Yeah, so I think that is all I have for mindfulness. And you can, okay, majority of people may not see the difference between mindfulness and meditation. Meditation, as I said earlier, it is just a form of mindfulness. So with the techniques that I have listed under mindfulness, you can say you're meditating. You can use any skill. You can, most of the time, as we know, meditation, when you ask a person maybe meditation, they believe that you're somewhere quiet, maybe in solitude, and maybe practicing breathing, using the power of imagination, realizing your inner thoughts, and trying to just make peace, or maybe make sense of what is happening around you. So whichever way you may perceive meditation, just know it is a way, it is a tool for mindfulness. Mindfulness is the bigger term, and it has different practices. You can meditate, breathe, just be at present. Yeah, and scanning your body really, yeah, eating your food well. Just imagine, they may seem easy, but they are very essential. So when you practice that, you're one step ahead to bettering your mental health, which is our goal in this channel. When you are happy, your mind is healthy. Like when you practice, when you make it as a habit, your mind is even happy. Your mind will not wander, your mind will not stray, like go and start acting on unnecessary things. You've really helped your mind to recollect, be calm, and yeah, it is rewarding at the end of the day. So that is all I had for today. I hope you've learned one thing or another, or you've reminded yourself of something maybe you may have forgotten. So I would love us to practice mindfulness. It is so important to us. It is important to our mental health. It helps us to be present, be aware of what is happening around us. It helps us to be aware of where we are, and we cannot go wrong. We cannot feel lost when we are mindful. And when you're mindful to yourself or about yourself, you will also tend to be mindful of other people. So it's like it is helping you at a personal level, and it is helping you at a social level, because as I said, we are social beings. So we will always interact with people. We will always find ourselves in social gatherings. So when you're mindful and when you practice mindfulness, you'll always be mindful of others. And yeah, that is our goal, to see people happy, to lessen the burden that already life is hard in itself, because you have to everyday work or wake up. Let's start by waking up. You strategize, you plan your day, and that already is stressful enough. So always remember to breathe. Life is not easy, but you're tough. That is why you still exist in this world. You're tough, and those tough encounters toughen you, and they create a resilience in you. So when you practice mindfulness, it is just adding into your positive resources. You are present, you're aware of where you are, and yeah, other people will benefit just because of that. And what a wonderful way to maybe spend your day, carry out your activities and stuff. So yeah, that is the end of my video today, or episode. I believe you've enjoyed the video. Kindly, I amply request that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. You just comment. Let's interact in the comment section. Like the video. Help me by sharing this video. And don't forget to turn on the post notification bell, so that when I upload a new episode, you will be the first ones to watch. And yes, that is how you show some love to your girl over here. So I appreciate, and I hope to see you continuously into this channel. Whenever you join this channel, feel welcomed. Do not feel judged. Here we are not even, like I said, no one is superior in this channel. We are all equal. We come to learn, we come to unlearn, we come to relearn whatever is essential to keep pushing in this life's journey. So when you come here, just show some love, positive vibes, whether it is through the comments or whatever. Let's just be a big community who care and understand one another. And yeah, it will be a worthy cause. So I want to say bye-bye and see you in the next video. Bye-bye.